The Sons of Anarchy universe has left an indelible mark on television, creating a legacy that includes the hit series Mayans MC and an enduring fanbase that has clamored for more. Among the most anticipated projects was a prequel series that would delve into the origins of the Sons of Anarchy motorcycle club Redwood original, SAMCRO, tentatively titled The First Nine. Set in the 1960s or 70s, this prequel would explore the club's founding and the early lives of its original members. However, the project never came to fruition due to a series of conflicts involving Disney's acquisition of 20th Century Fox, which resulted in the abrupt firing of Sons of Anarchy creator Kurt Sutter. The origins of the First Nine prequel. As Mayans MC entered its second season, Sutter was laying the groundwork for the First Nine, which was meant to be an origin story for SAMCRO. The series was poised to focus on the original 9 founding members of the club, offering viewers a chance to learn about key characters like John Teller, Jax's father and the club's co-founder, Piermont Piney Winston, and other founders like Keith McGee, Lenny the Pimp Janowitz, and Wally Grazer. Despite these characters being referenced throughout the original Sons of Anarchy series, their backstories were never fully explored, creating plenty of narrative space for the First Nine. The idea was to show how SAMCRO came to be and give depth to the club's early years, connecting dots and answering questions left unresolved in Sons of Anarchy. Disney's acquisition of 20th Century Fox and Kurt Sutter's firing. In 2019, Disney acquired 20th Century Fox, bringing FX under its corporate umbrella. This acquisition marked a major shift for Sutter, who had worked with FX for nearly 2 decades and had established a relatively stable relationship with the network. However, the change in leadership created tensions. While Sutter's creative freedom had been a hallmark of his time with FX, Disney's stricter corporate environment clashed with his working style. Sutter had built a reputation for being difficult to work with, a trait that Fox executives had been willing to overlook in light of his show's success. But Disney, with its more family-friendly brand and tighter policies, took a less lenient approach. In a highly publicized move, Sutter was fired as co-showrunner of Mayans MC following complaints about his unprofessional behavior. His dismissal abruptly ended his involvement with both Mayans MC and any future Sons of Anarchy spin-offs, including the First Nine. The vision for the First Nine that never came to life. The prequel was meant to explore the rise of SAMCRO during a period of social upheaval in America. Focusing on the lives of the club's founding members, including Jax Teller's father, John Teller, the series would have been a deep dive into how the club transformed from a group of rebellious outlaws into a powerful force in the outlaw biker world. Fans would have finally seen how these men created a brotherhood that shaped the lives of the modern-day members in Sons of Anarchy. The original club's dynamic with characters like Piney Winston, who played a significant role in the early seasons of Sons of Anarchy, would have been fleshed out in ways the original show only hinted at. Moreover, Sutter had teased that the prequel would highlight the generational gap between SAMCRO's founders and their descendants. Themes like the changing nature of the outlaw lifestyle and the American dream would have been central to the show's narrative, giving fans a richer understanding of the world that Jax Teller inherited. Why the First Nine could have been a success. The prequel had significant potential to draw in fans, particularly because the Sons of Anarchy fanbase has shown continued interest in the universe. The show's rich mythology, its flawed characters, and the moral complexities they navigate have kept viewers engaged even after the series ended. The introduction of new yet familiar characters would have offered both fresh stories and a deeper connection to the original show. Additionally, the focus on the 1960s and 1970s would have allowed for rich storytelling. SAMCRO's founding coincided with major cultural shifts in America, including the rise of biker gangs, counterculture movements, and political unrest. These historical elements would have provided a compelling backdrop for the story, making the First Nine more than just a spin-off. It would have been an essential expansion of the Sons of Anarchy universe. Kurt Sutter's departure and the end of the First Nine. Sutter's firing from Mayans MC effectively killed the First Nine. Although Sutter himself has acknowledged his unprofessional behavior during his time at FX, his dismissal was nonetheless a shock to many, and it left fans wondering what could have been. Despite some reports suggesting that the First Nine could still be developed without him, the project has remained in limbo since his departure. Speaking about his firing, Sutter admitted that it forced him to confront some personal and professional issues, even referring to it as his rock bottom. On Michael Rosenbaum's Inside of You podcast, Sutter explained that his exit allowed him to reflect on his behavior and make changes in his life. However, he also expressed regret that the first 9 never had the chance to come to life. The legacy of Sons of Anarchy and future possibilities. Although the first 9 never came to fruition, the Sons of Anarchy franchise remains one of FX's most beloved and successful series. Mayans MC, while divisive in Sutter's absence, kept the world alive for several more seasons, though its recent finale left fans with mixed feelings. Whether the world of Sam Crow will be revisited in the future remains uncertain. There is still hope among die-hard fans that the Sons of Anarchy universe could return to the screen in some form. While the likelihood of the first 9 being revived is slim without Sutter's involvement, there is always the possibility that FX or Disney could explore new stories in the same world. For now, the first 9 remains one of the great what-ifs in the world of television, a tantalizing glimpse at a story that could have provided fans with even more insight into the origins of their favorite outlaw bikers.